catch it. DK Metcalf had mixing it up with someone in the stands.
Oh my gosh.
And that not going to have great consequences for the Steelers.
Okay, what's up, guys? So DK Metcalf got into it with a fan during the second quarter of the Pittsburgh Steelers game against the Lions. As you could see in these two clips from these two separate angles, he was clearly trying to punch the fan in the face, and this went viral on social media. Anyways, I want you to have a listen to why DK was allowed to continue to play in the game and why the refs didn't do anything about ejecting DK after he did what he did. I wasn't too sure myself, but I found this clip of NFL insiders explaining the reason why Metcalf was allowed to continue to play. Have a listen.
And for more, I turn to our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones. JJ, take me through the mechanics of how DK Metcalf was able to stay in this game and what might be out in front of him.
So what the NFL does not want to be in the business of is throwing flags from places that are not the officials on the field or in that stadium. They don't want to be in the business of sky judges or flags from New York. And so the officials on the field very clearly did not see this interaction between DK Metcalf and a fan. I'd have to reread the rule book to understand if it even is a penalty, for example, to eject a player for an incident with a fan. All those things, it doesn't really matter. What matters, though, is that because no flag was thrown by the officials on the field, DK Metcalf was allowed to remain in that game. But make no mistake about it, everyone at 345 Park Avenue in New York, that's the NFL's league office headquarters, they all saw it. They were reviewing it. And what is very likely to take place is there will be some form of punishment for DK Metcalf that comes down on Monday. That could be a fine, a significant fine, or it would be a one-game suspension. And if a player is suspended for one game, that means that you lose your game check. For DK Metcalf, who signed an extension, that would be upwards of $277,000 for this upcoming game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a lot on the line financially for DK Metcalf. Obviously, he means a lot for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll be able to hear his side of the story. We've already heard from the fan, according to a local Detroit newspaper. But that's something that you can't do. If fans come out on the field and they come into your area, that is one thing. If a fan puts his hands on you, we saw it earlier this year with Lamar Jackson playing against the Buffalo Bills. The fan was really kind of on him and he kind of shoved him, and there was no punishment for Lamar because you didn't put your hands on him first. This fan, and we're going to see the entire video, but this fan did not put his hands, as far as we can tell, on DK Metcalf before a punch was thrown.
Mac, there's losing your cool in the midst of a ball game inside that field. There's losing your cool in the margins of it that really highlights a different lack of focus. What do you take away from what we know right now?
I think for me, when you look at Ford Field and the infrastructure, the fans, the stands are not close to the benches. So what led to DK engaging into whatever it was verbally he engaged into with this fan to leave the bench, walk over, which is probably anywhere between 8 to 10 yards in distance, to hear exactly what he's saying clear enough for you to want to grab him. Because, yes, he wasn't on the football field, but the defense was on the football field. And usually, when we're not on the football field, we're either engaging with our teammates, going over adjustments, talking to our coaches, or we're sitting on the bench watching the big screen, seeing what's going on, cheering for our teammates. So I don't know, and clearly when you watch this game, no other coach was aware. Because he was so low, it seemed like none of the players, his teammates, wasn't aware.
He was just off doing his own thing.
He just wandered off by himself.